telling you about our play. But the problem is I don't have much to say. See, I would have rather liked you to see the play by yourself through the actions of the actors. But convention demands that I must give you the prologue before the following chapters. So, on with the play. Basics. Hello. Hola, señor. ¿Qué tal, señora? Welcome, namaste, swagatam. Yeah, nice. So, friends, families, and peoples, and all of those who have come here today to see this story and watch our play, first let me please tell you this. Can I ask you to switch off your mobile phones? Yeah, like I can wait. I have practiced every time for that, so take your time. Let me know when you are close. Okay, I'm done? Okay. And secondly, I'm going to make you a promise that I will tell you everything I know about this play. But as I have already told you, I don't know much about it myself. I know this much, that this story was written sometime in the 16th century by a writer that I'm sure most of you would be well aware of. Miguel Cervantes. Is that how it's pronounced? Yeah? Okay. And yes, I'm also sure that you all must have also heard of Shakespeare. You see, Shakespeare and Cervantes lived and wrote during the same time period. They were contemporaries, peers, you see. And yes, what you must not be knowing, that they both died on the same day. Now this leads some people to believe that they both were actually the same person. I don't know. I mean, who am I to say anything about what people want to believe in? But talking about believing, the hero of our story is a 50-year-old man who believes he is a knight. And on top of that, as I have already told you that he is not one of your typical heroes, there are no famous actors in the play. None at all struggling actors. The director, the less we speak about him, the better. And yes, the actor who plays the role of 50-year-old knight is actually 20 years old. And the actor with the most number of lines to speak today has a sore throat. But then again, we don't have any songs in the play. And for the music we have. Besides all that, there are no dancers, no poetry, no philosophy, no deep meaningful lines. You are not going to see the heroine. Yeah. At least not in this part of the story. There is no love story, yes, what the name is short. But let me tell you, my dear audience, that there is no place so bad that has not got something within it. And so, my dear audience, since we have nothing in our play that a cultured audience like you has come to expect, we have decided to keep the performance free and short. It's well within an hour, so that when you go back home, you don't feel like that you are wasting your time or money in coming here to see us play the story of Don Quixote. Yes, my dear audience, I may also tell you that you are totally excused from all obligations. I mean, you can say anything about our play without fear. That you will be abused for the bad things or rewarded for the good things that you might, Senor, say about it. So, on with the play, let me tell you this much about Don Quixote. also kept a housekeeper past 40, unease, not yet 20, and a man of all work put it like everything. Oh, Uncle, what would you like to eat today?
What day is it?
Monday,
Ash,
Tuesday,
beef,
Wednesday,
these two,
Thursday,
ash,
Friday,
lentils,
Saturday,
eggs,
Sunday.
crab.
I'll be surprised if we can afford anything else by the end of this week. The rate at which you're selling your land to buy these books, these crazy books. All we'll have to eat are books, lots of books.
The heavens on high divinely heightened thy dignity with the stars, make thee deserving of the deserts thy greatness deserves.
He often had discussions with the village priest regarding who had been the greater knight.
Tamarind of England or languages of God. Knight of Phoebus. But if there is anybody who can be compared to him, it is Don Galop, brother of Amethyst of God, because he was moderate in everything. A knight who was not defected, not as beefy as his brother, and incomparable in questions of courage.
In short, our gentleman became so part of the reading that he spent his nights reading long to dusk, and his days looking from sunset to sunrise. And so, with too much of reading and too less of sleep, his brains dragged up, causing him to lose his mind completely.
The reason for the unreason to which my reason turns so weakens my reason, that the reason I complain of thy beauty. The reason for the unreason to which my reason turns so weakens my reason, that with the reason I complain of thy beauty. Fortunate the age and fortunate the time, or golden by the ancients. For those who lived in that time did not know the meaning of two words, thine and mine. In that blessed age, all things were owned in common. It was all peace, friendship, and harmony. In that simple and beautiful time, shepherdesses could wander from valley to valley and hill to hill, wearing only the clothes to modestly cover that which modesty demands. But in these, our detestable times, no maiden is safe, even if she is hidden and enclosed in another labyrinth. It was for their protection that the order of knight-errants was instituted, to defend maidens, protect widows, and come to the aid of orphans and those in need. This is the order to which I belong. The virtue contained in knight-errantry and those who practice it are tend to be honored and respected in this world. As one can say of knight-errantry, what is said of love? It makes all things equal. I know who I am and who I may be. I am Don Quixote, Don Quixote of La Mancha.
My dear audience, you will be forgiven if you think our man has gone completely out of his mind. But then this much is not too much sanity, also madness. And the matter of all is to see life as it is and not as it should be. Senor, you know right as you don't have a horse.
A horse? Oh yes, I have a horse. Here he comes. So what should be the name of my horse? Gentlemen, what do you propose?
Jose.
No, it's Rocinante. The name of my horse will be Rocinante, a perfect horse for Don Quixote.
And so, after having made preparations, he did not wish to wait any longer to put his thoughts into actions, as there were evils to undo, wrongs to right, injustices to correct. And one morning before dawn, on a hot day in July, without informing any single person of his intentions, and without anyone seeing him, he armed himself, mounted Rocinante, and rode out into the countryside with great joy and delight. Senor,
What?
wait a minute. Was still not a knight, as you don't have a lady to love. Now imagine if you meet a giant on one of your adventures and you defeat him. Would you not like to send him back to the arena so that he can fall down on his knees and say, I am the giant Parabolino, Lord Lion Parabolino, who was defeated in a single combat by Don Quixote of La Mancha, who commanded me to appear before your ladyship, so that your highness might dispose of me as you choose.
That is so true. Every knight must have a lady to love. I am so lonely. Oh yes, most beauteous Dulcinea of Toboso is worthy of my undying love.
Wait a minute. Who is this Dulcinea of Toboso? Is she a princess?
Not exactly.
Dulcinea of Toboso? How come I never heard of her?
If you have never heard of something, does it mean it does not exist?
That's not what I was trying to say, senor. But then tell me, when did you meet her?
I have never met her.
Never met her. So have you spoken to her?
If I have never met her, how could I have spoken to her?
Very true, senor, very true. But then at least tell me how do you know that she loves you too?
It may be true that there never have been great embraces between us, but where there is true love, great love, there is often very little display of it.
Senor, there is just one more thing.
What is it?
You have not been dubbed as a knight, and according to the laws of chivalry, you cannot take up arms against any knight.
Oh, well, that just means I will have to be dubbed a knight by the first person I meet. So simple it is. Fortunate age, and fortunate the time when my deeds will come to light, worthy of the carved in bronze, sculpted in marble, and painted on tablets, for remembrance in the future.
And so, speaking to himself, Don Quixote of La Mancha rode all day on his horse. Now some people say that his first adventure was in Guadalajara, and some say it was the adventure of the prince. But from what I have been able to discover, he and his horse Rosinante rode all day long, and by the end of the day, they both were almost dead with thirst and hunger. Just when Quixote saw a hill not so far away, it was like a shining star to him, and he made straight for the...
I'm glad I'm about to take my clothes off. He says to me, I will give you 3 reales if you sit beside me and listen to my story.
3 reales?
3 reales.
So what did you do?
I told him, sí señor, pero el precio de la escucha es un real más.
Oh, yes!
He did. So then what happened?
I
got on the bed in all my clothes, made myself as comfortable as I could. He sat beside me and started talking.
So what did he say? What was his story?
I don't remember everything he said, but what I do remember is this. He was married once to a woman. He thought she was rich, which is why he married her. Turns out, she was thinking the same thing. Both of them had been deceiving each other. When she found out the truth, she ran off with all his valuable possessions and left him with the disease for which he had to go to the hospital. He spent many nights in this hospital, and one night when he sweated from the heat and the cure that he's been given, he hears voices. When he looks around, there's nobody else awake. The only thing awake in the hospital that night were 2 dogs. No.
You mean to say?
He told me he heard 2 dogs talking while I was in the hospital. And what did they talk about? Did he tell you? Well, the dogs too were surprised by the sudden gift of speech, but they decided to make the most of it and told each other their story in turn.
So what did he say?
So this dog, the first that started speaking, was born in a slaughterhouse, and then he was kept by a wealthy merchant, and then he was kept by some shepherds, and then a policeman, and then he was kept by a soldier who taught him to do tricks and perform them in front of people. One night they're performing in this village where there's an old woman everybody knows to be and turned into puppies at birth, and would only regain human form on the fulfillment of a prophecy.
Well, never was a knight so well served like Don Quixote of La Mancha when he first sallied forth, as he was attended by fair princesses and fair damsels themselves. Would you mind leaving us alone for a while?
Adios.
Adios. Good night. Well, I would like to ask for a favor from you.
हाँ बिल्कुल बोलिए.
Well, never shall I get from this place until unless you grant me a boon I ask of thee.
ये क्या करना? खड़े हुए।
No, I won't, but that's right, Saman.
खड़े हुए आप। खड़े हुए।
I won't get up until you want this. You dub me a knight, you dub me a knight, I say.
ठीक है।
Promise?
पक्का।
Okay. Oh, well. I want you to dub me a knight. Tomorrow in the chapel of this castle. And tonight I shall keep constant vigil.
मैं आपको नाइट बना दूं।
Well, I expect nothing less.
ठीक है, सही जगह आया। अरे हम भी अपने जमाने में नाइट हुआ करते थे, पूरी दुनिया देखी हमने। अब रिटायर हो गया और इसी कासल में रहता हूँ। नाइट बना देगा आपको।
Tomorrow morning?
लेकिन एक दिक्कत है, हमारे इस कासल में चैपल तो है नहीं। लेकिन कोई नहीं, यहाँ जी, यहाँ पहरा दे सकते हैं।
Here?
हाँ।
Okay.
अच्छा, पैसे वैसे तो होंगे ना आपके पास?
Money?
हाँ।
Ah, well, now in the books I have read was mentioned that knights carry money in their pockets.
अरे किताबों में लिखा बिना सोचे समझे नहीं मान लेना चाहिए। मैं बताता हूँ आपको, एक नाइट बनने के लिए ना कुछ पैसे और साफ सुथरे कपड़ों की जरूरत होती है। और स्क्वायर ही नहीं तो नाइट ही क्या?
I shall take down of each and every word you say, noble lord.
आप पहरा दीजिए।
Okay. Thank you.
कैसा आदमी है भाई? है ना एकदम पागल। मुझे कहता है नोबल लॉर्ड और खुद बनना चाहता है नाइट। बताओ, है ना इसकी बुद्धि टाइट? इतने सालों से सराय चला रहे, हर किस्म के लोग आते हैं, पर ये पहला आइटम है सही में।
I am a knight now, a bona fide knight, and you are my horse. Now we can go on our adventures without worrying about anything. But before we move, remember the words of the noble lord himself. We need to head back home, as I need to equip myself with some clean things, some money, and yes, a squire.
Help me! Someone! Close again!
Oh, heaven, thank thee for placing before me the opportunity to fulfill what I owe to my profession. As I can clearly hear that some gentleman or a lady is in need of my assistance. Here I come.
Senor, listen to me. I won't do anything. You have never done this mistake. Senor, I swear by the passion of Christ, I won't commit this crime. I will not perform better next time. You have never made a mistake. I've served you so many years, and I've never made a mistake in all my life.
अपनी जबान ना बंद रख और आंखें खुली हुई। क्या करूं आंद्रे? मैं मजबूर हूं। रोज एक बेड़ गायब हो रही है। क्यों? क्योंकि ड्यूटी के वक्त तुम्हें सोना है। अब तक 11 भेड़े गायब हो चुके हैं। सारे नौकर।
Stop being discourteous, man. As it is not right for you to do battle with a man who cannot defend himself. A month of your horse take up your run so that we can decide whether you do what is right or not.
सिंगर आप गलत समझ रहे हैं। ये तो मेरा नौकर है और इसे मैंने कुछ जिम्मेदारी दी कि जो भेड़ है उसे देखे, लेकिन नहीं। रोज एक भेड़ गायब हो गई। क्यों? क्योंकि ड्यूटी पर सोता है। और जब इसके लिए मैं इसे पीटता हूँ तो बोलता है इसलिए पीट रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं कंजूस हूँ और इसे पैसे देना नहीं चाहता। भगवान कसम बोल रहा हूँ। एक नंबर का झूठा है।
You dare say lies to you in my present day, Swami. By the sun that shines on us, I vow that I shall exterminate and annihilate him immediately unless you untie him.
But
Untie him, I say. How much does this man owe you, son? How much does he owe you?
He owes me for 9 months at the rate of 7 reals per month, Senor.
7 reals for 9 months. So it comes to 73 reals. Pay him 73 reals.
How 73? 73 तो बहुत ज़्यादा है।
You dare disagree with me once again. So mount up your horse, take up your mount so that we can decide whether it comes to 73 or something else.
नहीं सिंगर आप गलत समझ रहे हैं। मेरे कहने का मतलब यह था कि मैंने 3 जोड़ी से जूते दिलवाए और जब ये बीमार पड़ा था तो 2 बारी खून भी दिलवाए तो उसके पैसे तो कटेंगे ना सिंगर।
No, because if you damage the hide of the shoes you paid for, you have damaged the hide of his body. And if the doctor took blood when he was sick, you have taken blood when he was fit and healthy. So by that token, he doesn't owe you anything. Pay him now. Pay him.
एक दिक्कत है सिंगर, पैसे तो ये है नहीं मेरे पास। मैं ऐसा करता हूँ, आंद्रे को अपने साथ घर ले आता हूँ और फिर जितने भी पैसे देने मैं सारे पैसे से दे देता हूँ।
Me go back with him? Not me, Senor. Don't even think of it. As soon as we are alone, he will skin me alive.
No, he won't. As it is enough for me to order, and he will follow. Because by the order of truly rich professors, he cannot deny my order.
Think of what you're saying, Your Grace. You do not know this man. He's no knight. Not has he received any order of chivalry. He is Juan Haldudo, a rich man who lives in Connaught.
Oh, my son, there can be knights among Haldudos as well.
You are right.
As each man is the child of his own deeds.
That's true. But what deeds is this master of mine, the son of? If he denies me my wages, for my sweat, for my labor.
मेरे भाई, ये कैसी बातें कर रहे हो? मैं तुम्हें सारे पैसे लौटा दूंगा, सिविली जितनी भी रूल्स उससे कसम खाता हूँ, और उस पैसे से हमारे रिश्ते की खुशबू आएगी।
No, I absolve you of all the perfumes just paying in reals. And yes, if you deny the payment, I shall come back to find you and find you I shall. Even if you conceal yourself like a wall lizard. Okay?
Yeah.
Now go with him, son. Son, go with him. This is good seeing you. Thou regards thyself the most fortunate ladies in this world. Thy heart is fastened in stone, as waiting tonight as Don Quixote of La Mancha is and will be. As he, all men know, received the order of chivalry just yesterday. And today, as you have seen, he corrected the greatest wrong that iniquity ever devised and cruelty ever committed, as he removed the whip from the hand of a man who did flog that child without any reason. May it please the Senor. Go with him, son.
No, Senor, no.
आंद्रे, मेरे बेटे, तुझसे बहुत प्यार करता हूँ। हाँ, और मैं तुम्हें सारे पैसे लौटा दूँगा। और भी ज़्यादा। हाँ।
I swear that your grace better do the right thing and obey the commands of that good knight. May he live 1,000 years, for he was a valiant knight and a fair judge. Heavens be praised. And if you do not do the right thing, he will come back and do what he said.
You are right. और इसीलिए मैंने ये सोचा कि मैं तुम्हें बल्कि और पैसे दूं, क्योंकि मैं तुमसे और भी ज्यादा प्यार करता हूँ। और आंद्रे, इसके लिए जरूरी है कि मेरे ऊपर तुम्हारा कर्ज और भी ज्यादा हो। तुम्हारी तो चमड़ी उधर गई। अब ऐसा करो, ये जो डॉन कीहोते ऑफ ला मांचा है, इसे ढूंढो। अब ये जो तुम्हारी उधरी हुई चमड़ी है, बोल देना इसे जोड़ दे। और ये भी बोलो कि मैं किसी से डरता नहीं। Finding this Don Quixote of La Mancha. Go, my son, go.
Shows us that
What do you think you're trying to do?
Hey, she fought bravely, man.
And there he lay, our noble knight, beaten and bruised badly, but demanding nothing more than asking some strangers to confess to the beauty of a lady they had never seen. Tell me, is that deserving of such a beating? Our noble knight would remain in the middle of the road, unable to continue, speaking all the time to himself, had it not been for that farmer who passed by. Now, he was a neighbor of his from the village. He recognized him immediately. So, he lifted Don Quixote and leading Rosinante by his reins, started to take them both back home. But meanwhile, in Senor Quijana's home,
So what does your priest think about my master's misfortune? It's been 3 days. 3 days and I've heard no news of him or his horse. I often heard him talking to himself how he wanted to go out in this wide world in search of adventures. It is all because of these accursed books that he's read, which has driven him completely crazy. These books go straight to Satan and Barabbas, because they ruin the finest minds of La Mancha. These books should go straight to Satan and Barabbas. They have ruined the finest of minds in La Mancha. Master Nicholas, you should know, it often happened that my dear uncle would read these cruel books of adventures for 2 days and nights without stopping, and when he was finished, he would toss away the book, pick up his sword, and slash at the walls. And when he was tired, he would say that he had been fighting 4 giants as tall as 4 towers, and the sweat that was dripping from his arms due to exhaustion was blood from the wounds he had received in battle. And then he would drink a whole pitcher of cool water, become cured and calm again, saying it was a precious drink given to him by Esquive the Wise, a great wizard and a friend of his. Oh, I am to blame. I didn't inform your grace about the foolishness of my uncle before I made this work. These books should be burned as if they belong to heretics. Yes, these books should be burned right away. The way they should be burned.
That is what I say too. Tomorrow let us have a public meeting. Then we will decide.
No, senor.
What do you want?
No, senor, they should be burned right away. I'll just get some holy water.
No! Holy water. No need of this.
But to trap the evil inside.
No!
Senor, I think we should decide. Which books should be burned? One by one.
Okay. So this one is Amadis of God.
first book in the series of chivalry, printed in Spain in 1508, and it is said that the other books of chivalry actually found their origin there.
Let's keep it.
Okay. Amadis of Greece.
Burn it.
The knight Peter.
Anonymously published in 1533, fourth book in the series dedicated to Palomine, another fictional knight.
Burn it.
History of famous knight Lugar.
Published in 1490, composed in Catalan by Johanno Marcolet.
Turn to blank. Let's keep it. I love this book myself.
Yeah.
What about that one?
Oh, La Gracia.
La Galatea by Miguel Cervantes. Now this... Okay, well this Cervantes is actually a very good friend of mine. I know him for quite a many years. And I will say this much about him, that he is more well-versed in misfortunes than in verses. You see, there is a certain creativity about his books. They propose something and they conclude like nothing. I say we should wait for the second part, I suppose. You see, I think with its edition, it might achieve the greatness it has been denied so far. My dear friends, may I suggest to keep it locked away in the house in the meantime?
Alright. Let's and move all the others.
Why did you abandon me in the Can't you see that I have been badly wounded in a battle with the monsters? Take me to my bed and call Skip otherwise, if it is possible, so that she can tend and heal my wounds.
Master, you rest, we'll cure you. Without any woman coming here. Course on those wretched books.
Books? Oh, where are my books?
Which books?
What?
Which books?
Master, what?
My books, my library, they were all here.
Yeah, those books. The devil took them away.
Yeah, she's there.
No. It was an evil enchanter. It was an evil enchanter who flew in one night on the cloud and entered the library. And then there was a lot of smoke in the building, Uncle. We don't know what happened in there, but when we went, there were no books, there was no library. But as the evil old man was flying away, he did say that he would do more damage in the house. And I think he said his name was Munatan the Wise.
Yeah, she's right.
No. He would have said Preston.
Master, we do not know if he was Preston or Freeton. All we know is that his name ended in a
Don't.
I know him, he's a wise enchanter, a great enemy of mine, who bears me a grudge, that's why he does all these difficult deeds. And I foresee that he cannot avoid what heaven has ordained.
Who can doubt it, Uncle? But wouldn't it be better for you to rest here for a while peacefully, rather than wandering around the earth looking for some bread made from something better than wheat? After all, so many people go out looking for chickens and come back plucked.
Oh, my little niece, how less do you understand? You should understand that if anybody will even try plucking me, I shall have plucked him before he will even touch a single hair of mine. I won't even.
And so, Don Quixote spent 2 very quiet weeks at home. During his stay, he showed no signs of repeating his initial lunacies. In his stay, he also had lively conversations with his 2 friends, the priest and the barber. He told them that what the world needed most at this point of time is a knight errant, and that chivalry would be reborn in him. The priest often contradicted him, but then he also agreed at most points, because if he had not done so, he would have hardly got a chance to talk to him at all. And in the meantime, Quixote approached a neighbor, a farmer in the village, a good man, but without much in the way of the brains.
Sancho, my friend, I am in need of a squire.
I am a squire, senor. I am but a farmer. I have wife and kids.
No, you are no farmer, Sancho, for you may choose what you want to be. Come sit.
Poor people like us do not have the luxury of choice, senor.
Sancho, you must be thinking of it as an elaborate fairy tale, a dream. But tell me this, does it even matter that these people about whom I talk about were real or fictional? The mere fact that these people were written about in the books, does it matter or not? In the golden age, general public used to hold the virtues of knights as paramount. And it takes an individual's fate to bring a character come to life. I'm only at pains in convincing this world of its error, in not reviving that golden age when order of chivalry flourished.
Other people can convince the world of its errors. I have to feed my wife and my kids.
Oh, wait, Sancho. In that case, you must know that it was quite common of the knights who made their squires governors of the kingdoms or islands they had won in the battle.
Really?
Yes, and be sure that before our adventures are done, I shall make you governor of one of the islands or kingdoms.
That means I would be a king, and my wife would be a queen, and our kids would be princes and princesses.
Yes, who can doubt it?
I doubt it. Because in my opinion, even if God reigned kingdoms on earth, none of them would sit well on my wife's head. And she's not worth even half of Gladys as a queen. She'll be true as a countess, but even that with God's help.
Then leave it to God then, Sancho, my friend. He will give what suits her the best. But as far as you are concerned, do not get contented with anything less than the title of Captain General.
I will not. Because I am a master as distinguished as your grace, who knows how to give me everything that is right for me and that I can handle.
So you will ride with me, Sancho?
I will, senor, but do not forget your promise.
Oh, I won't. Now go get your horse. We need to leave.
Senor!
Sancho, that is no horse, it is a mule.
It's a mule fit for Sancho, your grace.
But I have never read that any squire who rode in the night rode on a mule.
Would you like to look for another squire like this?
No, this will have to do. Let's go, Sancho. This will do. Keep up the pace, Sancho.
Senor!
Guiding our affairs. As you can clearly see, 30 or more giants, with whom I intend to do battle with and whose lives I intend to take.
What giants?
Those you see over there, with long hands, almost 2 leagues long.
Your grace, those things you are seeing over there are not giants, they are windmills. And they are not their long arms, they are their seeds, which are being turned in by the wind.
Oh, Sancho, my friend. It appears clear to me that thou art not at all well versed in the matter of adventures. These things you see are no windmills, these are giants, enormous giants. But if thou art afraid, just step aside. No, take your horse and step aside while I enter in fierce combat with these creatures. Flee not, coward, as here I come!
God save me! Didn't I ask your grace to watch what you were doing? That these things were nothing but the windmills? Only somebody's helpful of them will do that.
Oh, Sancho, be quiet.
God will be done.
Matters of war, more than any other, are subject to continuity. And you should know that it is the work of flesh and the eyes who has turned these giants into windmills to deprive me of the glory of killing them.
God save me. Are you hurt, your grace?
No.
All is in God's hands. Senor, I believe in everything you are saying, but set a bit straight for Christ's sake. You are tilting. It looks like it's from the factory you took when you fell.
Yeah, it is true. But if I do not complain about it, then you must know that it is not the custom of knights to complain about any wounds, even if there's peanuts are spilling out with.
Oh, the smallest pains that I have.
Complain whenever and whenever you want, Sancho.
After the adventure with the windmills, me and my master rested for a while. I ate food and drank wine. My master refused to eat. We spent that night under some trees, though I was hardly able to get any sleep. That ground was so hard. And well, in the morning, we got up again, and we continued our journey on the road that leads us towards Teatro. You know what? That is.
Sancho, my friend, you you should know that this place here, we can indulge our hands up to the elbows into things they call adventures. But let me tell you something. Even if you see me in the greatest dangers in the world, you are not to put your hand to the sword, as you have not been dubbed a knight yet.
There is no doubt about that, Senor, that I will not indulge in any kind of fighting, because I am a peaceful man myself, and I am an enemy of getting involved in fight of disputes. So if I see you in a fight, I will faithfully refrain from helping you.
Sancho! Either I am deceived, or this is going to be the greatest adventure ever seen. As you can clearly see, 30 or more shapes, black shapes. You know what they are? They are enchanters who have captured a lady in that carriage of theirs. And I must do everything I can to correct this wrong.
Sid, those are not black shapes. Those are just some Christian monks riding on their mules. And that carriage must be belonging to some traveler. Look carefully, Lord.
Sancho, I have already told you thou art not at all well versed in the matter of adventures. Wait here until I come back. Wait, I say. Hold this. Flee not, cowards. Here I come. Flee not.
This is going to be worse than the events. And so, my dear audience, my master carried on, and I with him. Now, I would have loved to tell you what happened with those Christian monks, but then you see our 1 hour is almost up. And I'm sure you all must be having important things to do, which we do not want to keep about. But let me tell you, this is not the end. It's just the beginning of adventures of Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. So, adios, good night, and Senor!
I'll just very briefly introduce the actors to you. That's Shivam.